Matt Hancock grilled by host on second pandemic of long COVID. Sign up for latest news plus tips to save money and the environment. Subscribe. When you subscribe, we will use the information you provide to send you these news. Sometimes they'll include recommendations for other related newsletters or services. Our privacy notice explains more about how we use your data and your rights. You can unsubscribe at any. The coronavirus R value has fallen below 1 for the first time since July, according to government figures. The virus reproduction rate details how many people could catch the virus from one single infected. It is thought a lower R rate could mean lockdown restrictions could be lifted, sparking fresh hope for millions. Up and down trending. What is the R rate now? The R number is now estimated to be between 0.7 and 9. Government data from SAGE confirmed this afternoon. SAGE says, an R value between 7 and 0.9 means that, on average, every 1 people infected will infect between 7 and 9 other people. A growth rate of between -5% and -2% means that the number of new infections is shrinking by between 2% and 5% every day. The R rate has fallen by 0.1 last week when it was between 0.7 and 1. SAGE said, estimates of the R value are below 1 in all NHS regions of England. Although R is below 1 in all regions, there may be more variation in transmission within each. These estimates mean we are confident the epidemic is shrinking across all NHS England regions. However, prevalence of the virus remains high, so it remains important that everyone continues to stay at home in order to keep the R value down, protect the NHS and help save lives. Experts at the Zoe Symptom Tracker app estimated the R rate to currently stand 8. Regionally, they say the value is at 0.8 in England, 0.9 in Wales and 0.8 in Scotland. While the government's daily coronavirus tracker shows that in the last 7 days the infection level is 6% week on week, or 42,529 cases. Deaths, too, are down week on week, dropping by 25.9%, while the number of patients being admitted due to COVID symptoms is down 22.5%. What does this mean for lockdown? The drop in the R rate has sparked hope the third national lockdown in England could soon be lifted if cases continue. Today's data comes as cases of the virus have dropped by 27%. Experts from the Zoe Symptom Tracker app say there are currently about 14,818 people with symptomatic COVID. This is down 2,36 cases from a week ago. Professor Tim Spector said, based on the Zoe data and our predictions, we are soon to be in the same place we were in early June, with the advantage of having a large proportion of the population vaccinated, which could mean good news in terms of lifting some restrictions sooner rather than later. Trending, he added, by March 8 we should have less than 1 in 74 people with symptoms, allowing us to get kids back into the classrooms and starting to allow people to exercise and meet, at least outdoors, where the risk of transmission. Until then, it's important to keep following the guidelines, even if you have had a vaccine, and keep reporting symptoms and getting tested even if your symptoms are. Boris Johnson is under pressure to outline a roadmap of how and when restrictions have been lifted, but scientific experts warn the Prime Minister should exercise caution and not lift the lockdown too. The vaccine rollout is continuing at a great pace, with the on track to have vaccinated some 15 million from the top 4 JCVI priority groups by the government's target of Monday, February 15.